And good morning, sports fans. It's the Coach Karl DeMasi on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday or watched every Saturday on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, we're on the Karl DeMasi Sports Report Facebook page, the Coach's Corner Facebook page, and the Karl DeMasi YouTube channel, besides being on Twitter live at KD Sports Report. Once again, good morning. I'm glad you could be with me. I'm glad that you could take some time to be here to watch the show. This week, though, we are not live. That's right, we're not live in the Sound Garden. I have an obligation that I got to attend to, so I won't be able to do this on Saturday. So what did I do this week? We have three fresh recorded interviews. 3 guests that have never been on the show. They've been on the show before, but they're live or recorded this week. And it's always a lot of fun talking to, of course, baseball coaches and baseball players and athletes. But once again, this is all pre-recorded. Due to that, I won't be able to do it Saturday morning. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you listen. I hope you stay for the whole thing. Remember, I'm not going to start with quarter number 1, where I talk about local sports, local news. We're going to just jump right into the guest. First guest will be from Savannah Christian Preparatory School. He's the head coach. He's been there 6 years, okay? And he's won 3 straight. He became head coach 3 years ago when he took over for the legendary Karl Carter. He's been there 6 years, head coach 3 years, 3 straight Georgia High School State Association Region 3 1A private championships. And that's the head ball coach from Savannah Christian, Matt Oglesby. And then we're going to go to the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week. That's right. This young man, phenomenal last Saturday for Calgary Day School up at Aquinas, pitches a no-hitter. Almost had a perfect game, okay? He went 7 innings, had 8 strikeouts, no walks. Calgary made 2 errors. So he didn't come away with the perfect game, but he came away with the no-hitter. We'll be talking to Calgary Day School junior pitcher, Pierce Powell, our Athlete of the Week. And then we're going to wrap it up. It all happened Tuesday night, okay, over there at H.B. Jenkins High School. The field was turned over to the old ball coach. That's right, Seth Gaspin, 27 years as head baseball coach here in Savannah, Georgia. I take that back. A couple years over at Thomas Haywood, then back here in Savannah, Georgia. He's made a name for himself. Great guy, great coach, Seth Gaspin. They opened the field last Tuesday night against Savannah Country Day. And just want to show you the field and see how excited it is, or see how exciting it is for Coach Seth Gaspin to open up that H.B. Jenkins Warriors Stadium. So that's the show right now. Stay back, stay tuned. We'll be back, or we're going to jump right into it. Our first guest from Savannah Christian Preparatory School, the head baseball coach, who was a H.B. Jenkins Warrior and who played for Coach Seth Gaspin, and that's none other than Matt Oglesby. Hope you enjoy it. Remember, 3 guests today, short, sweet, and I have to say there is no video out the door. I'm not going to do 3 steps out the door. We're just going to go straight with the guest, and we're going to have to make it short and sweet, and I hope you enjoy it. Once again, thanks for joining. I'll talk to you at the end. And good morning, sports fans. It's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning from the center of the sports universe, Coach's Corner. And it's all part of the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Okay, got a couple of obligations this weekend, so all my guests are pre-recorded, and it's fresh pre-recorded stuff. It's not replay stuff, or I like to say instant replay. So if you've been following along, previously last weekend, big series, Savannah Christian against Savannah Country Day. Big rivalry. Whenever you get Savannah Christian, Savannah Country Day, Calgary together, you know it's going to be a dogfight. Well, they play in a black and blue division. Right now, there's only 4 teams. They'll be moving up to Class 3A next year, so it's going to be pretty interesting. But for the 6th straight year, the Savannah Christian Preparatory School baseball team has claimed that region title. It's a pretty good region, too. And this man's been with the program since 2015. He took over for, come on, babe, you can do it, babe. Babe, come on, Matt, you're the babe now. And he took over for Karl Carter, but he's done a great job. In his 3rd year as head coach, clinches the region title, 3 in a row for him, no other than Matt Oglesby. Joining me now on the Coach Corner hot seat is the head ball coach now at Savannah Christian, Matt Oglesby. Hey, Matt, thanks for finding some time. I know you got a busy schedule. You got to get out there and you got to get dirty, and you got to throw batting practice. Babe, you can't stop throwing batting practice. I got to throw batting practice. But anyway, that's my Karl Carter imitation. Love the guy. I still see him standing in your dugout. But once again, congratulations, 3 straight years. And you don't have to tell anybody. We know it's a dogfight in that region every year.
I appreciate you having me on, Karl. No, it's good. It was a It's been a fun year so far. Our guys have competed really well. They've kind of been we've kind of been the underdog a little bit, I think, going into the year, and they've kind of embraced it. And now we got 6 region championships in a row.
Yeah, and you're saying they finally embraced it. You're not a senior-heavy team either.
No. We have 2 seniors, and honestly, not a knock on these guys, but they weren't everyday starters last year as juniors. We had a good senior class last year. We lost 5 really good seniors. 3 of them are playing college ball right now. And these two seniors this year were juniors last year. They're more role players, but they've stepped up and they've been a big part of this year's team.
Well, who are they?
First one, Ethan Macklin. He's a senior pitcher. He's our Friday night starter in region play. He duked it out with Will Hampton the first weekend and got a no decision. He pitched against Aquinas 2 weeks ago, complete game, and then he pitched Friday night against Country Day, complete game. So he's been a big piece for us. And the other seniors, Evan Lauermore, he's a third baseman, second baseman. He hits lower in our lineup, but he's been a big piece for us. And then they're both, more than anything on the field, they're both really, really good clubhouse guys. They're what you call it, the chemistry kids, man. They keep everybody together, and they're all pulling the same direction, one goal, to win each and every game. So it's been a fun ride so far.
Hey, you can't win without chemistry, kids. If you don't have chemistry, kids, you don't have senior leadership, it's very tough to win. And, like I said, you got a very young team, Eli Brown, Josh Gate. I can't believe they're only juniors. And, you got another number of key players out there. So talk about them. They've been gelling. And if anybody's not listening, juniors and sophomores have been predominantly, leading this team.
Yeah. Josh Gates has been our I would say he's our guy so far this year. And that's, on the field, he's been walking the walk, but he's also in the clubhouse. He's our main vocal leader. Any day I feel like we're a little down or we're not, giving it all we got, I just say a couple things to Josh, and he's the guy that gets the team, back in line, back in order. But yeah, Josh, he's a junior. He's been doing well for us. Eli Brown, he's committed to Mercer. He's a really, really talented player. He's leading our team in most offensive categories. And he's another leader. He's more of a lead by example guy. But there's been a few games where we've, struggled early, and you'll hear that Eli Brown voice in the dugout, and you're like, all right, it's time to straighten up. On top of that, we have Trent Lanier. He's another junior. Dagan Strickland. He catches, he plays third, he plays short, he pitches, and he's also been doing really well at the plate. Then sophomore, he's got Jaden White. He's the younger brother, Joey White. He's been, he kind of carried us early in the year, kind of kept us going. And he's been pretty good on the mound too. And he's defensively, he's a lead at first base. And he's kept us in a lot of games with just his defense alone. So.
It's a scary thought, and you guys are still holding whatever poll you read, whether it's the Georgia Dugout Preview Magazine poll and the AJC poll. You've been hanging in there around 5th all year long. Calgary and Country Day have been jockeying for those last 2 positions. Playing in this region, and, you've been part of it since 2015. I think this region prepares you to go further than people give us or people think the teams from Savannah will go. It's a dogfight every time you play any one of these teams. The scores might not be indicative of what's been going on. Like the second game of that series, it was 1-0 going into the 5th inning, and you guys blew it open. And then you play the third game, and it's a shootout. So you never know what's going to happen with you 3 teams.
Yeah, and and we 2 years ago when we met as a region, we decided, hey, let's try to mirror our region like the state playoffs, where we play a 3-game series in 2 days, same as a playoff series. And I think that shows, when you play 3 games in 2 days, it shows the depth, and it forces you as a coach and as a team to find that depth. And that goes a long way when you get to the playoffs. And last year it showed. Last year was our every team in our region won the first round of the playoffs. 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, 4 seed. And I think that shows how tough this single A private region we're in right now is in baseball. Calgary's got guys that are really good pitchers. Country Day has some really good arms. We have some really good arms. Aquinas has some really good players. And seeing those guys 3 games in a row in 2 days has been really, really beneficial for us to prepare for the playoffs.
I mean, I can be honest with you. My first 9 years of teaching and coaching up in New York, we played 3-game series. And when I moved down here, you play one game this week, one game the next week. I mean, it's not preparing you for the playoffs, because when you get to the playoffs, I mean, you got to be ready to go a 3-game set. And sometimes you said 2 days, and it's back-to-back 2 days. You don't even get a break. So, right. I mean, I give kudos to your region for doing that. And I think a lot of regions are going to that to get you ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, okay, especially with the pitch count stuff. Now that
that's new too.
You throw in pitch count, you're like, man, you have to – if you want to be successful in the playoffs, you have to find pitching depth. And playing 3-game series is the only way to do that. Throw your guys on the fire and see what they can do.
So, all right, if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report live on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That means we're on Karl DeMasi Sports Report Facebook page, Coach's Corner Facebook page. It's all live. YouTube channel, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, and, of course, Twitter at KD Sports Report. It's all live every weekend, usually live. Today's pre-recorded because I got a little obligation I got to take care of. So once in a while, I got to get a Saturday off here and there. So, but anyway, I wasn't going to miss this. And every segment this week is not pre-recorded or not replayed like I've done in the previous. So we're talking to the head baseball coach over at Savannah Christian, Matt Oglesby, in his 3rd year as head coach. He's been there for 7 years. He started in 2015. So let's go a little off the baseball. We'll come back, okay? I still got about, I told you, no more than 12 minutes because I know you're a busy man. You got to get out there and throw batting practice like Carl Carter. Right. So, that's right. Baker Woodward has his own YouTube channel. He's the Bass football coach. Let us know something about you that outside of baseball that, gets your attention, is another hobby for you.
I'm probably have to say my kids. I have 3 little kids. I have a 6-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old daughter, and my son just turned 2 last week. And I know you have kids. I know, your boys are fairly close in age. It's anytime.
Hey, hold it. Time out here. Okay. Or I'm going to the mound. I also got a daughter thrown in there.
That's right. That's right.
My Russell was 5. My daughter Michelle was 4, and Dominic was 2. Thank God for my wife. She's a coach's wife.
Oh,
I don't know how she did it because I was never home. I'm like you. I was coaching everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I coach 10 months out of the year. Between softball, baseball rolls right into softball. Wife is a rock star. She's the MVP of the family for sure. But yeah, I go home every night, and if it's before bedtime, I'm playing catch with my son, or looking at all my daughter's artwork, that they made for me throughout the day. So that is definitely my other hobby when I get home. And it's nonstop, 100 miles an hour all the time.
I can imagine. I know you got the baseball catch down. You got the finger paint going and all that other stuff.
Oh yeah, everything, baton, you name it, we got it.
I live that. I know what you're going through, and take it from a guy that's done this for a long time. Cherish it, and you don't want to miss those kids growing up. And that's the one thing I got to regret. I wasn't there for a lot, and like you said, the rock star was my wife. Mm-hmm. And take it from my advice. Whenever you get a chance to throw that baseball, finger paint, or throw the baton up with one of your daughters, take advantage of it because it doesn't come back.
Absolutely. And I try to do my best. And some days I'm like, I am a little tired, but, I'm going to regret this one day. So I got to get up and do it, You
got to do what you got to do. Oh, quickly now. I told you 12 minutes. We got 2 minutes to go. First question, okay? Tough schedule coming up, even though it's non-region. I mean, Effingham, Richmond Hill, Southeast Bullock, Metter, Tatnall Square, Stratford Academy. I mean, your region's done. You've done your battles, but this is going to keep you ready for the playoffs, isn't it?
Absolutely. That was the goal. Since I've been here, I haven't wanted to schedule, the cupcake game. That's just not
right.
I don't think that's for me. That's not going to make us any better. So, our region play gets done a lot earlier than most regions. So, I went out. I'm trying to find the toughest teams to play to keep our guys ready and to test our guys. I don't want them to get complacent. I never want them to feel like they are the top dog because there's somebody out there that can beat you. It's baseball. You can get beat any given day. So we're doing our best to as a coaching staff to put the pressure on them to continue to compete, continue to get better every single day.
All right, last question. New region, started out next year, and then we found out, or Georgia High School State Association finally announced we're going back to 6 classifications. So this is going to be like a bumper move up for you guys. What's your expectations? What's your insight to that new Region 3, Class 3 region for you guys?
It's actually going to be similar to what it is now, but it's going to get a little bit deeper. We still have Country Day, we still have Calgary. Then we add Liberty County, we add Long County, and then we add 3 Savannah schools, Johnson, Groves, and Beach. So baseball-wise, I don't think there's much different because the top dogs in single A private are all moving up to AAA also. So across the state, I think AAA baseball could be one of the toughest, other than maybe the 6A classification. But the top teams are there. It's going to be tough. It's going to be fun. I'm excited to see some different teams. We've been stuck in single A private playoffs where we only see private schools. So I'm excited to see some new places, hopefully, and meet some new coaches, and just expand my network of coaches, and try to learn some stuff.
Nah, that's great. All right, last question. Do you have a Karl Carterism that you pass on to your boys?
Oh man, we talk about Babe all the time. We talk about I don't think there's a practice that goes by without somebody mentioning something that Coach Carter did back in the day. I have Alan Brandon as one of my assistant coaches. He was with Karl for forever, 20-something years. Yeah. So there's something. Anytime something happens at practice, there's always some reference. So one time this happened with Karl, or Coach Carter did this one time. So it's funny, and he's still around, and I'm grateful for that, because he's anytime he's in the dugout, he just brings that extra juice, and the kids love it. So no, he's a great guy.
All right, Matt, I know you got to get running. You got to get practice set up. I appreciate you taking the almost 14 minutes here. Keep up the great work. Congratulations. 3 in a row for you under your belt, 6 in a row for the school. And once again, it's always a pleasure. And there's no better place to play baseball than at Karl Carter Field.
That's right. I appreciate you having me on, Karl. Appreciate it.
Hey, every day it's great to be a Raider, right?
Great day to be a Raider. That's right.
I'll tell Gassman about that, because he's going to talk about the Warriors.
Alma mater for me too.
Talk to you later.
All right, we'll see you.
I mean, just the guy that loves his program. He came in, learned under Karl Carter. He's grown with the program. He's grown with the boys. They understand the tradition, not just Karl Carter. The tradition of Savannah Christian baseball is to win, to be your best, and always the ultimate goal is to win a state championship. Once again, that's Matt Oglesby from Savannah Christian Preparatory School. Even though he is a Jenkins alum, but he does a great job over now. He's still got the red on his back. Go get him, Raiders. Talk to you guys later. Be right back in 3 minutes. All the time. That's Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt, Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV, because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991, is always open for dine-in service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calgary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calgary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calgary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions, at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, when it comes to uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, come see where everyone is a winner.
You still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room, if you can. At the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And welcome back to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's right, the Coach's Sports Network. We're all over the internet. Karl DeMasi Facebook page, the Coach's Corner Facebook page, the Karl DeMasi Sports Report YouTube channel, KD Sports Report. We're all over the place. And usually it's a live recording, but due to the fact that I got obligations this weekend, we're doing all pre-recorded interviews, and they're all fresh. There are no instant replays. Everything's brand new, so hopefully you'll stay around and you'll look at or watch all the segments. And this is my favorite part, the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week. This is what it was all about when I started this. It's about the kids, good kids, doing something special right here. I'll show you who he is. Let me get my banner rolling here. And this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week from Calgary baseball player, Pierce Powell. Pierce did something special last Saturday at whether you're a little league pitcher, you're a high school pitcher, you're a minor league pitcher, pro pitcher, college pitcher, you want to throw the no-no. What's the no-no? It's a no-hitter. Complete game, 7 innings. Last Saturday at Aquinas, Pierce threw a no-hitter, 8 strikeouts, no walks. So you're saying, Coach, why isn't it a perfect game? Because there was an error somewhere in there. I think it's the 3rd inning, but anyway, still a no-hitter, great accomplishment. This young man has earned himself a spot in the starting rotation. Check out the PrepSportsReport.com. We have a little story about that. He's one of the Calgary Day School Weekend Series starters, and he's got a 1.11 ERA with 19 innings pitched, which I was told by Coach Lee, that's second most on the team. But this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week for throwing that no-hitter is Pierce Powell. Thanks for coming on, Pierce.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You got to love the internet. I mean, you can do anything you want, and, you can interview anybody. I usually like doing it live, but, family obligations I got to take care of this weekend, so which is good. Nothing bad. So,
Right.
But no-hitter. I mean, you're a baseball player. When did you start playing baseball? Were you always a pitcher?
So I haven't always been pitching. I started playing when I was really young, maybe 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. Started out with T-ball, then coach pitch. And then when I was finally old enough to actually pitch, I think in 10U is when I really started to get into it, and I got more serious into baseball. And yeah, I've just been doing it ever since I could.
Have you ever pitched a no-hitter before last weekend?
Not even close.
Not even close. But unbelievable job. Calgary looks like they're going to be the 2nd seed out of that Georgia High School State Association Region 3 1A private. So they'll have the 2nd seed to play a home game. And we're in their home park right here. We're at beautiful Grayson Stadium. You can see the Bananas logo out there in center field, the crack of the bat. I think that's Bill Leroy out there practicing. So you guys get to practice in this historic stadium and play games, which is something special. So you got to love it. Now, being a pitcher, okay, there's a lot of little things you got to do right, and you got to get better. You got to get bigger and stronger. What's your routine that has made you a better pitcher this year?
So if you go by day to day, every day when I come home from practice, I try to do some kind of arm care. Just make sure my arm's feeling good, feeling healthy. Something like, if I'm sore, I'll put ice on it. Or I'll do Jaeger bands or throw plyos, just stuff to strengthen my arm and, speed up the recovery.
How about during the summer? I mean, travel baseball and that sort of thing going on?
Yes, so I didn't play travel baseball this past year, but I tried to work out as much as I could. I tried to, get in the gym about 5 days a week. And no intense throwing really, but just keeping my arm loose and warm, feeling nice and healthy throughout the off season.
Yeah, I mean, you can only throw so many pitches in a year. You got to give it a break sometimes. Now,
Yes,
you're
sir.
a baseball player. Do you play any sports?
No, I don't.
Okay, so any other hobbies outside of playing baseball?
So my big one is fishing. I love bass fishing, and it's just one of my passions. Anytime I'm not playing baseball, I'm out fishing, going and looking for new ponds, new places to go, and I go with a couple other guys on the team, and that's just a way. It helps us bond and
Nice.
form that relationship.
Now, Georgia High School State Association has bass fishing as a sport. Did you
Yes,
ever
sir.
try and get involved in that, or it
Well,
just conflicts too much?
I thought about it, but it looks like it's going to conflict too much. I wish I could. If I didn't play baseball, I'm sure I would.
You jump right in. Well, let's
Yes,
get
sir.
a little closer here. Let's see how this little camera works a little closer. There we go. There we go. Much better.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me slide over. You slide over a little so we get you more in that picture. There we go. Now we're a little closer so you can see the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete, Calgary baseball player, junior, Pierce Powell. All right. So I asked you don't play any sports. If you could play any other sport besides baseball, what would it be?
I'd have to say football. Definitely my favorite sport besides baseball to watch has to be football easily. And, I'm a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, so
You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait 40 years like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
So football's the game, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're a junior, the senior class, the junior class. You guys had dealt with COVID-19. You probably lost part of your freshman year going into your sophomore year because we shut everything down exactly 2 years from this week. So what's it been like dealing with COVID-19 and trying to play the game you love?
Yeah, so I ended up missing most of my freshman year, which back then I played JV only.
Right.
So, I'll be honest, when the pandemic first hit, I was a little lazy. I didn't want to, I couldn't get to the gym, so, I was a little lazy.
You're a ninth grader. You didn't know where you were going yet.
Right, yeah. And, I would say I wish I would have worked out at home a little more because I was definitely rusty when I got back to baseball. But I was able to end up playing fall ball that year in 2020 after the summer. So that was a nice way to get acclimated to baseball and get back into it before the school season started. My sophomore year.
It affected a lot of you young guys. Affected the coaches too.
Sure.
Staying in the house was not my cup of tea. So, as far as if you're just tuning in, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning or seen every Saturday morning on the Coach's Corner Sports Network, which is down the block on Victory at Coach's Corner. That's where I usually am this week. I got everything pre-recorded. Got a little family get-together I'm going to, so I wanted to do this. And we're at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete Week. Of course, you can see it scrolling across on the ticker with Calgary baseball player junior Pierce Powell, who threw a no-hitter last Saturday, 8 strikeouts, complete game, no walks, but an error, so kept him one step away from the ultimate a perfect game. So he's done a great job. So, playing baseball, growing up, Coach Lee and everybody else in your life, kids that you played baseball with at Calgary Day School, has there been a role model that you looked up, whether it's been a fellow teammate, a parent, a coach?
We had a guy last year, Caden McInerney. He was a senior for us, and he was just a great role model on the team and a great example for all the younger guys on the team. He ended up tearing his ACL actually halfway through the season against Savannah Christian. But just seeing him how he dealt with the adversity and losing the second half of your senior season,
It's tough.
yeah, he was just he's a great inspiration and a good role model for us because he kept his head up and he kept working and he never let it bring him down.
came to practice, part of the team, wanted to be part of the team. I mean, that's pretty special for a young guy, senior year, to lose that and still keep up and do what he's got to do. All right, so you're a junior now. Coach Lee told me last night that you finally got your chance. You're in the rotation. You fill the strike zone up with strikes. By the way, he threw 86 pitches the other day, which is pretty good in a 7-inning game, 60 for strikes. So you're filling the strike zone. So getting a chance to be in the starting rotation for Calgary, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's meant the world to me. You know, from losing most of the season freshman year, not really getting a pitch at all for JV. Then I pitched all my innings on JV last year as a starter, and you know, this year was the first year I really got to get some innings on varsity and get some playing time pitching, and it's just been great from going out and being a relief guy early in the season to getting a little more playing time, being a more long-term reliever, and having to come in some difficult situations. But it's definitely nice to find a spot in the starting rotation now.
Know that you got a spot and you're going to play, and it's all worth it. So,
yes, sir.
You know, throwing a no-hitter is a big deal in baseball, no matter what level. Like I said earlier when I introduced you, when did you realize this was happening during the game last weekend?
So I'd say it was about the 5th inning.
Nobody wants to talk to you, right?
Right. No one was talking to me. Yeah, the thought entered into my head, and I tried to push it out as much as I could until it was over.
But it's tough, right?
Yeah, it was very tough.
Baseball is a game of, I call them superstitions, because people believe in certain things. And one of those things is when you're pitching a no-hitter, they leave you alone. Nobody wants to talk to you. So what was that like when you noticed your teammates weren't talking to you?
Oh, yeah. They come, pick me up when I was walking in the dugout. But after that, I was kind of just hanging out in the back of the dugout, and no one wanted to talk to me. They were all focused on the game.
Yeah, well, because they don't want to be the guy that blowed a no-hitter, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
All right, so you're playing at Calgary Day School, known for its baseball program. Coach Lee, Philip Lee, is an alumnus, okay? What's it like playing for Coach Lee and playing at Calgary, playing for their baseball program?
It's great. So Coach Lee's a guy, he treats us like his son. He expects of us as he would his own son. Mm-hmm. And he holds us to the absolute highest standards. And our 3 main core principles for the baseball team are toughness, effort, and discipline. Right. And he expects us to give 100% effort every day, be as tough as we can possibly be the most disciplined team on the field every time we step out there. So
and you got your teammates, and you're going to learn from their experiences. What have you learned from your teammates this year? Not last year with the senior you mentioned, right, but this year. What have you learned from your teammates this year?
I've learned a lot. Especially this past game, I've learned that throwing a no-hitter, it's not just on the pitcher. It's a whole team effort, because I had some guys make some pretty tough plays behind me to save the game, and I don't think I can take 100% credit for it.
Well, somebody's got to field and somebody's got to throw them out, because you didn't strike everybody out, right?
Right.
So, yeah, you got to depend on it and teamwork. And Calgary's always been teamwork. And I've been watching Calgary baseball for a long time. And attending Calgary Day School, what does that mean? Throw the athletics out. What's it like when you're at Calgary Day School during a school day and you got to be a student first?
Yes, sir. Well, it's a great environment. There's so many great teachers and people in the administration there. And I think coming to Calgary after middle school at STEM was one of the best decisions I've made up to this point. Nice. Because I get the chance to not only get a great education every single day, but I can also live a more God-conscious lifestyle, and they're constantly preaching the word to us. It's been a blessing.
Yeah, vouch for that, because my son came over from another school, and to this day, he's a lot of that godly teaching that they teach over there sticks with these young men. All right, so think about it. I mean, you played JV, you're only been in Calgary 3 years now, but give me one more lesson you learned at your time at Calgary Day School.
I think the most important thing that I'd say I've learned is, it doesn't matter where you start out. If you put your head down and keep grinding and be that guy that always shows up, he goes and works his butt off every single day, you're going to get your opportunity. And it may not look like what you thought it would, right, but your hard work will eventually pay off.
Well, work always pays off, and that's something that you're learning over there at Calgary Day School. All right, I'm throwing you a curveball here now. Can you throw a curveball?
Yes, sir.
Coach Lee says it's pretty good. Okay, here's a curveball. Hey, here's your chance to give a shout out to a teammate or your teammates. What do you want to say to them?
I'm really appreciative of the support that those guys have given me, and being there since I was on JV, not getting much varsity playing time, and just being great influences for me and holding me accountable each and every day. And obviously going and making plays behind me to help me throw that no-hitter.
Nice. All right, short-term goal. You still got a year and a couple of months left at Calgary Day School. What's your short-term goals at Calgary Day School?
Short-term, well, obviously we want to, we haven't started looking forward to the playoffs yet,
right.
But our goal is to keep winning. I think we've won maybe 7 straight now.
Seven or eight straight, yeah.
Yeah, we're on a roll right now, and we just want to keep winning, keep going out and playing the way we have been, and just be a more consistent team throughout the rest of the season and carry that into the playoffs.
All right, for you, long-term goal, you see yourself playing maybe college baseball? You have any idea what you might want to do after all this stuff is done as far as a profession or a career?
As far as careers go, I haven't really decided on much yet.
Most freshmen don't know when they graduate high school and they're freshmen in college don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
So that's normal.
But I've been looking into maybe careers in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I know for sure is I definitely want to play college baseball, and I'm gonna keep going out and working and trying to get my name out there and try to do my best to make it up to the next level.
You got a lot of room to grow. You still, you're only how old are you? 16?
I'm 17.
17. So you still got another 4 or 5 years to grow physically, and once that starts catching up, you're going to be throwing the ball a little harder and a little stronger. And I look forward to see what you're doing that. But if you're just joining us, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday at Coach's Corner. It's usually live. This weekend's pre-recorded with all new interviews. It's not replays like sometimes I do. And once again, the young man sitting next to me is this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Calgary Day School, junior baseball player Pierce Powell. If you have been following it, the kid threw a no-hitter last week, 8 strikeouts, no walks. He threw 86 pitches, 60 for strikes. And as Coach Lee said, he fills it up, and he's a hard worker, and he's fun to be around. He's a great kid. Congratulations. Great job. And thanks for doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, once again, this week's Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week, Pierce Powell, and that's what it's all about, the good kids. If you have somebody you want to nominate, hey, I'm all over the place. Karl DeMasi at gmail.com. Here's my phone number. Text me, 912-507-9158. I'm not a one-man show. I do get help from Stephen Elmo Weeks and Travis Jadon, and just let me know. I want to get the kids on like Pierce right here. So keep it going. And once again, thank you for listening. Now we're going to be back in 3 minutes. We still got another segment to go. You're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. Georgia, because Coach's Corner has been voted the best in Savannah for over 20 years running. It's no wonder why. There's always sports, live music in the sound garden, and delicious and abundance of pub food. No matter what the season, there's always a reason to check out Coach's Corner. Pick your favorite sport, pick your favorite team, and pick your favorite TV because Coach's is your place to be. Coach's Corner has been Savannah strong since 1991 and is always open for dining service for lunch and dinner. Remember, Coach's Corner still has takeout service. Join John Henderson and the crew for the best burgers, wings, and now pizza too. You can place your order by calling Coach's Corner at 912-352-2933. That's right, remember that number, 912-352-2933. So make your next pit stop at Coach's Corner. And as always, make it a night to remember at Coach's. At Calgary Day School, we want our students to be fully equipped and on the cutting edge of academics, making a difference in our world. Your child will grow academically, physically, socially, and spiritually. At Calgary, it is so good to say we are one school with one mission and one vision: faith, academics, excellence, and building champions through Christ. Calgary Day School would consider it a privilege to meet with your family personally. Call Philip Lee, Director of Admissions at 351-2299. That's 351-2299.
For over half a century, that comes in uniforms, sporting goods, or trophies, Thompson's got you covered. From cleats to caps and the best prices on the biggest brands, Under Armour, Adidas, and more. From baseball to soccer, volleyball to softball, and yes, football too. Every season starts at Thompson Sports Shop. So come get equipped at Thompson Sports Shop's new location, 6606 Abercorn Street, Suite 102 in Savannah. Open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and seasonal on Saturdays. At locally owned Thompson Sporting Goods and Trophies, Come see where everyone is a
Yo,
winner.
you still want some real New York Italian food? Bada bing, bada boom. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering is open at 7630 Skidaway Road, Tuesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., serving breakfast and lunch right here in Savannah, Georgia. Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering has been serving the public for over 3 years. Now, if you want Rocky's New York Deli and Italian Catering goods delivered to your door, go online to SavannahTakeout.com or DoorDash.com, or just pick up the phone and call 912-354-2914. That's right, 912-354-2914. Kabish, and remember, we ain't New York style. We are New York at Rocky's New York Deli and Italian.
Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic. Your back hurts, another body part hurts all the time. It makes you mad. The pain drives you crazy. You just want to pick something up and throw it across the room. If you can, at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic, you get complete chiropractic care and pain relief to help you move better, have a less painful life, and of course, achieve a healthier lifestyle. The Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic is now located at 2 locations in Savannah, Georgia, at 329 Eisenhower Drive and in Pooler at 114 Canal Street, Suite 603. So visit Dr. Bart Wetherington at the Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic for all your chiropractic needs.
And once again, it's the Karl DeMasi Sports Report, heard every Saturday morning right here on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. That's, of course, John Henderson and the crew. There are 5 shows on the Coach's Corner Sports Network. And what better way than to start off? All right, let me go back one step, because I'm a coach. I'm rushing. I got to slow down. Give me the signal to take, Coach. What's your signal to take?
I can't tell you.
Oh, he can't tell me that. I used to just point at the guys and say, okay.
Don't
All right, I'm going too quick. All right, today's show is pre-recorded, but they're all new recordings. It's not no instant replay. Everything is fresh. Everything is new. And why not start with HV Jenkins Baseball? Brand new facility, brand new school, and the man finally got the keys to a new stadium. If you know, he's sitting right next to me. Let me get his name scrolling across the bottom there. As you'll see, HV Jenkins head baseball coach Seth Gassman is joining me on the Coach's Corner hot seat. It's Tuesday. It's opening night here. You got to be excited. The field is beautiful. Okay, the field's beautiful. I taught here for 3 years. The field is in the same spot. Terry Webb, wherever you may be, God rest his soul. I mean, it's unbelievable. And here he is, the man. He's only been doing this for 27 years now. He also played here. So you could say that this is the baseball guru of Savannah, Georgia coaches, because he's also played for how long?
Also played.
Yeah.
For 27 years.
So, I mean, as long as this guy's been walking the face of the earth, he's been playing baseball. But he's the head coach back here at Jenkins High School. He left, came back, but you got to be excited about opening day tonight there, Coach.
Yeah, I'm super excited, Coach. And anytime a new facility, especially one that you've been on since 04, and then you actually were here when they turned the field around, when Coach Webb was here in the early 80s. The field was way down in that corner, and I know Coach is going to try to show some things with it. And then in about 84, 85, and I know there's some alumni who will correct me, but they moved it over to this area. And then when they rebuilt it, they built it in the same spot and just added a whole bunch of new features. And, yeah, we're super excited. The kids have I tell you, it's a different enthusiasm when you're on your own facility and you're going to open up on a Tuesday night during spring break. So we're really excited about opening up tonight against Country Day.
I mean, it's beautiful. You got to come out and check it out. If you go to the other side of the campus, he says across the world, you got a brand new football practice facility, turf, 6-lane track, stands all over the place. I mean, you got to be excited here for Jenkins High School and what they got here, and especially you. So, I mean, you've been waiting all season long. What has it been like practicing without a baseball field? What have you been doing? Where you been going? I know you had a couple of local baseball academies help you out. Savannah, is it Savannah Baseball Academy?
Performance Baseball Academy, yes. Ross Howard over there, the instructor, does a great job, and he's let us use the facility. And, it's been, I mean, really, when it rains, as much as it rains here in Savannah, we had to have a place to hit. And he's let us come over there for quite a while. And then last year, we didn't have a facility to play on, and Chain Baseball reached out to us and let us play out there. But my guys been practicing all over the place. And then this year, we practiced at Paulson most every day. And as people know, that's a softball field and it's a Little League baseball field. But the thing is, my guys haven't complained about it. They show up to whatever facility we're on that day. I mean, several times we were at Basemore Park in Garden City, which is a 200-foot fence. But they just, there's parts of grass somewhere if we find different places that we'll go out and throw and work on rundowns and all little things we have to work on. But there's no complaints because they knew they would finally get to play on their baseball field, and the night has come. So we're all excited about it.
Now, when you left, the baseball program was pretty feared. I mean, you had the program rolling. You took it over from Terry, had the Warriors baseball program rolling. Then, of course, you left to go to Florida to see what that was like. You came back, and you finally got the program back. But now you're in the rebuilding stage, But I'm telling you right now, people, I was over at the Savannah. What's it called?
Savannah Baseball Performance Academy.
Okay, I want to make sure I get it right for Ross Howard, the owner, Calgary Day School grad, and he does a great job over there. I was over there talking to my son Dominic, and Dominic was in there working out. And who walks in? 3 of your baseball players, Coach. So you got some fire, you got some desire back with this program. What is it going to take for you guys to get back to where you once were, where Warrior Baseball was always one of the top programs here?
Yes, sir. And we prided ourselves on being one of those programs. And most of all, it wasn't anything that we were doing. We were just making it open for those guys. And now that we have our facility back on campus, that's what's going to happen again. These guys they come in all the time. They work. They're allowed to come in and work anytime they want to. And that's what we did in the past. I mean, we just made it available for them. They can text anytime. They know we're going to meet them here. We're going to hit them ground balls. We're going to take fly balls, and they're going to be able to hit anytime they want to. And that's what built our programs in the past. And we're hoping to get back to that again. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I love Jenkins High School. I love Savannah, Georgia. And I mean, if you take a closer look at this, hey, come by tonight and you'll see. But you take a look at this and you'll see why I never want to leave. And it's just, and Karl, and what you're doing out here is absolutely phenomenal. We sure do appreciate that as well.
Hey, it's all about the programs. It's all about the kids. And, you're a local guy. You're Savannah blue and blue. You're a Savannian. And this means so much to you. I mean, we're sitting in front of the new field house. We got the concession windows to our left. We got the storage. He's got his little tractor and his little what do you call it, a gator, lawnmower, whatever in the back. So it's a pretty good facilities. And this will be the first time, not the first time, but the first official time you play under the lights. And here's a story. Way back when this young man was the coach, he had people donate lights. He comes in one day, the lights are gone. So this is something that he's been waiting for. This is something that the Jenkins programs are waiting for. Tell me what the thrill is that you're going to be playing under your own lights on your own field. It's not the same exact field, but, man, it looks pretty close.
Yeah, I tell you, I don't know how I'm going to react with when they turn on the lights for the first time on our new place because, we've turned it on just to see them, but now turn them on actually to play on them our first time, it's probably pretty emotional. I know it will be for the guys that's been around, and several alumni have called and talked to me that played for me. I don't want to say this, but golly, coach, it's almost been 17, 18 years ago, and their kids are starting to come up and talking about coming to play here. So it's going to be exciting. I know every coach wants to stay somewhere long and see the different things that happen to their field, and I'm just so excited to see us play baseball under the lights tonight.
And if you're just tuning in, yes, this is pre-recorded from Tuesday, but you know what? You got to talk about HV Jenkins baseball, and it's all part of the Karl DeMasi Sports Report every Saturday morning, whether it's pre-recorded or live, talking about all local, all sports, all the time, and this is what it's all about. Head coach Seth Gaspin, a Savannian himself, he's coached all over the place. So Memorial Day schools where he won a couple of championships, right?
Yes, sir. State championship in 2001, and we played in a couple of them. And then I was at Thomas Hayward Academy. Don't want to leave those guys out.
Can't leave them out.
No, to start off with in the Skeeza. And then, of course, in Denell, Florida, and spent a little time over there at Benedictine. And I'm home where I'm supposed to be. And I'm excited about what the future brings to Jenkins High School, not only baseball, but the whole athletic program.
He's been a little modest. He also started 3 years before Thomas Hayward. He was over at a little school across the way, and that field used to be in the open field, okay? And that was, of course, Savannah Christian, right?
Savannah Christian Middle School is actually where I made my start. Donald Schneider gave me a chance while I was in college to be an assistant football coach over there. So that's a long time ago.
Long time ago.
All
right.
Fight short.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to try and zoom in, and I'm going to let this man watch the monitor, and he's going to try and tell us exactly what's going on. Now, it's very bright. We're right underneath, like I said, the field house, the overhang in front of the concession stand. So let me see if I can do this. All right, I'm going to try and zoom in. Let me move the camera up. Okay. All right, get it up. Let's see if we could get over the fence.
Yes, sir.
There's the fence. All right, let's try and zoom out. All right, come on, zoom out now. Whoops, I got to point it there. There we go. We're zooming out. You'll get to see that's as far as I could zoom out. So if you look at that, Coach, tell them what we're looking at. All right, we're looking down the right field line.
You're looking over here at the right field line. That is going to be the visitors' bullpen.
Okay.
And this, I tell you what, top of the line bullpen specifications, everything is just major league certification. I tell you, it is unbelievable over there what they've done. And then you have some fan area that goes through with some more trees they planted, and then you go down to the visitors' dugout, and you go to our backstop where they built around, and then our bleachers, and then our scores table that they've added, and then they got bleachers on the other side, and then you go to the home dugout as well, which carries you all the way down to here to the left side, where one day in the future we may see something over there as far as cages and maybe even a clubhouse. You never know.
I got to stick it out here. We're not going to get a chance to see the scoreboard because the cord doesn't go far enough.
That's fine. And then, of course, down there is another top of the line. Like I said, they did one heck of a job at the church services. So can't leave him out.
Right.
He did one great job. Dave over there does one excellent job with our field. But you see the piles and everything that they left for me, the sand for the divots and everything else. But it's a baseball field. And our dimensions are 10 feet shorter in center, which it was 385 at the old Jenkins field. It's 375 here. And the newest feature, Coach, and you'll like this because you're an old ball guy, is that wall, and I don't know if you can shoot it over.
Oh,
there.
I see. Well, I can't. We'll find out when we see this after we get done recording. But yeah, you got a little wall up there.
With that left field wall, it's only 290 feet to the wall, but we added 20 feet to it to make that thing around 315. So it's still going to take a poke to get it out of there.
So someday you'll get some red fencing in there, and we'll call it the red wall, the red monster instead of the green monster.
We might do what the Bananas did and have open for suggestions. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. We've been taking balls off of there and try to read it, how people, on the bounce and everything else. But yeah, and you take it around, and everything else is top of the line facility, man. The grass and the warning tracks and everything else.
And here's the what I was telling you. Here's where we're sitting right in front of the field house. You can see it right here. There's the concession stand. There's the restrooms for the fans. There's his storage room that he's very proud of. Which if I could walk in, we'll walk in, take a look at it. Let's see if the camera will reach it.
Always proud of that stuff there. Yes, sir.
That's not a soul gator there, buddy.
No.
Seats here. All right, we're back. All right, it's of course now you can zoom in so you can see our lovely faces. All right, zoom in, Coach. There we go. Bring it back. All right, bring the camera back up. Let me get it so you can see us. I know you gotta love live internet like we do at live radio. So
just impressed you know how to do all that, Coach.
Well, I've always wanted to be a sports journalist, but I'm like you. I mean, it was a calling. I mean, I did enough to get by in high school. I had a chance to play a little college football, but I declined it. I had my chance with baseball. I did get a minor league tryout. I'm not blowing my own bubble here, but you know what? I fell in love with coaching when I started coaching little kids. So that's been my calling. So, All right, tonight, Tuesday, we're looking at March 29th, 2022, the reopening of Warrior Park. Hey, Warrior Park, you like that?
That sounds pretty
and
good.
hopefully, if you listen, Board of Ed, the Terry Webb Stadium.
Yes, Terry Webb. He meant so much to this program and so much to this school. That's what I'm trying to name it.
And tell us who you're taking on tonight.
Taking on Savannah Country Day, who has been a powerhouse in single A, private school right now. So we know they're coming in here off a series with I believe it was Savannah Christian.
Tough one, yeah.
So they're going to come in here hungry, and and our guys have been playing top tier teams all year long, as you've seen us. So we're just going to go out there and give everything we got, and we're going to be so happy to get on our field, Coach.
Oh, I mean, you're a baseball coach.
Yeah.
If you don't have, I remember Memorial Day School when you coached there, you were the Road Warriors. You had to find a place to play. Every year was a different place.
Yeah, every year practice in place. But you know what? Never complain because we are baseball guys. We'll find somewhere to go, and we just keep on grinding along, Coach. I ain't got to tell you because you've done it yourself. So. All
right. I know this man's got to get ready. He's got to get this place going for tonight. He's here. He was here, at 11 o'clock. He probably slept here last night, but don't tell his wife that. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. Opening night tonight. Remember, this is pre-recorded. Tuesday, March 29th, 2022, here at HV Jenkins High School. The school's beautiful. On the opposite side, you got a beautiful track, a beautiful practice football field, artificially turfed. And, of course, right over here, we got Warriors Stadium right behind us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And this man deserves, instead of running around, he deserves now he has a field now. He's got kids that are starting to believe back in Warrior baseball. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good luck, and once again, go get them. Go Warriors.
Coach, we sure appreciate everything you do, and not only me deserving this, but my seniors have never played a game at this field or at this site, so I'm so excited for them.
Ashton Williams, who else you got?
Yeah, Ashton and Preston and Riley Holder. They've never played a game.
Preston's last name?
Preston James.
Okay.
They've never played a game at Jenkins, and today's going to be their first one.
You going to have the principal throw out the first ball?
You know, I've made her do that, or I've asked her to do that before. We'll see. I might surprise her with that tonight. Hope she's not listening.
So, once again, we appreciate you watching. Of course, this is opening day at HV Jenkins Warrior Stadium for Coach Seth Gaspin and the new regime or the new era of Warrior baseball. So, once again, the park is right where it was when he left or when they built the school. That's the only probably part of the whole complex they didn't touch. Come out. Why we still got the burial plot over there, right?
Oh yeah, staying there. Yes,
sir. So you know, it's a little historic history here at Jenkins Warrior Stadium. They cannot touch that area, and it's from a family that way back in the 50s, 40s, right?
Oh yeah, way
longer than that.
Longer than that. Yeah.
It's just it's got its own little ambiance, if you'd like to say. So once again, you're watching the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. This is pre-recorded from Tuesday, March 29th at the opening day for HV Jenkins baseball. Stay tuned. I'll be back with another great guest. Coach, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Coach, always.
And we'll be back in 3 minutes. Stay tuned. Who's up next? I don't know. Who's on first base?
I don't know.
Third base.
Third base is. That's right.
Once again, sports fans, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Karl DeMasi Sports Report. Yes, I know today wasn't live. It was all pre-recorded, but 3 fresh interviews, not instant replays or the best of. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Got to thank, of course, the head ball coach at Savannah Christian Preparatory School. 3 years head coach, 6 years at the school, 3 straight region championships. And that, of course, is HV Jenkins alum, former player of HV Jenkins high school baseball coach Seth Gaspin. That's Matt Oglesby. He's doing a great job over there. And, of course, my Wetherington Chiropractic Clinic Athlete of the Week from Calgary Day School junior baseball player Pierce Powell for pitching that no-hitter last week. Almost perfect game, but great job. Great young man. I got to thank him for coming on. And once again, got to thank the old ball coach at HV Jenkins High School, Seth Gaspin, for showing you the excitement that he has, because now he has his own field. He doesn't have to travel all over Savannah to go play or practice. And that's, of course, the HV Jenkins Warrior Stadium. Don't forget, tonight in the Sound Garden, every Saturday night, got to listen to it. It's all food, all sports, all music, all the time since 1991, and especially out there in the Sound Garden. Check it out, the Yacht Club tonight, 7 o'clock. Go to Eventbrite, get your tickets. We'd love to see you there. Well, there's no 3 steps out the door, no videos, no from the internet, because I had to put this together really quickly because I had to get on the road. So once again, whatever you may be doing today, tomorrow, okay, or even on Monday, may you always hit it out of the park. Until I see you next week, and next week will be live, may it be your best week ever. God bless. Pray for all those people in Ukraine. Hopefully it ends soon. And once again, be safe. See you next week.